Hello, so I've decided to come to Doorway to Dorkness, so we're going to go around the shop, have a little look at what's there, hopefully pick up some interesting things. Really hoping they've got Dreamcast games, just things like that. I'm not looking for anything particular, just want to have a browse, but I've had lots of people recommend it to me, so really excited to go take a look. Now, when we first arrived here, I thought we may have been in the wrong place. It's a little bit unassuming, but trust me, it is here. As you see, it's a lot of things in here, and I think you can see from Ant's face, he was a little bit overwhelmed when we got here, but everything is really, really well displayed. It's all very tidy, and it's all in proper sections, all alphabetized, so it's all very easy to find what you're looking for. Now, as soon as you enter, you'll notice there are a lot of different games consoles here. There's also lots of collectibles. I really liked seeing all the variety of consoles here. There's some really unusual Dreamcast games here that you don't see very often. But there's just so much variety here, lots of pops too, and accessories as well. Loads of Vita games, which again, you don't see loads of Vita games everywhere. They're quite hard to find here. And yeah, you've just got so much stuff here, some really unusual things which we'll get to in a minute. So here you have the Neo Geo Pocket, which you don't see very often. And I loved seeing these Tiger portable consoles, which are inbuilt versions of games. I don't think I've ever seen these anywhere else. And then you also had this WonderSwan console, which I'd never heard before, but it's a handheld console released in Japan from Bandai, and it looked really cool, and the games I was really curious about, so I'm definitely going to look into it a little bit more. As you see, there's loads of Game Boy Advance games as well. Here are all Japanese versions and American versions too, so you've got loads of Genesis games, PlayStation 2 Japanese versions. Yeah, just lots of stuff I've never seen. And my favourite bit, of course, is the Dreamcast section. Just look at how many games there were here. I spent probably about 20 minutes going through. I almost picked up this controller. Look how beautiful that colour is, but I decided to give it a miss. Lots of Mega Drive games as well, and again, there's just so much to look through, and it was so hard not to buy everything. Loads of GameCube games as well, which again isn't something you can always find readily here, so it's really nice to see a big collection. And yeah, like I said, everything's just all beautifully displayed. It's all in really good condition. Some really unusual consoles. So you've got the Final Fantasy version of the PlayStation 3. You have the Tester PS2, which I've never seen before, and it's a bit pricey, but if you're into collecting consoles, it's awesome. Love these Metal Slug Game Boy colors as well. Absolutely beautiful. And there is also a room that is pretty much just collectibles and games. So as you can see, there's a huge amount of stuff here. If you're into anime, there's lots to see here as well. Really had to resist buying all these Star Trek minifigures. They were so cool. I had a huge range of Lara Croft from Tomb Raider figures too, and I didn't know these existed, but here we are. Like I said, just so many things to look at, and yeah, there's something here for everyone, whether you're a gamer or if you're a toy collector or if you're an action figure collector. There is plenty here for you to see. Yeah, we really enjoyed our visit here. Really great shop, and we will definitely be back with a very big list and full pockets of cash to buy more. So finally back home. It was a bit of a long drive, a little bit stressful at times because I'd never been to all the different places and we'd spent some time in Leeds. So yeah, it was a bit of a stressful day, but it's tomorrow now, so we've gone ahead in time. So I just wanted to show you the games that we got. We didn't get much at all, but Ant decided to get a few PlayStation 2 ones. So Smuggler's Run, Soul Reaver 2, and Skate 3. So they're more his games, so they're not really for me, but I just wanted to show you what we got. But as you can see, they're all in really nice plastic casings, so they're all really good condition. Also, if you're a bit like me and you do care about the condition of the games and whether they've got manuals and stuff, they will let you have a look before you purchase it on the counter just to check that it's exactly what you want. The staff are really, really helpful there. I really can't recommend it enough. And like you saw from the video, the collection of games there is really, really amazing. But I'll show you the thing that I'm most excited about. I finally got Sega Bass Fishing. I've been waiting this game for quite a while, but I see it quite frequently, but I didn't have the reel, the controller reel, so I didn't buy it, but it was only £10 and it comes with a manual as well. So yeah, really great find, and I will show you condition too. But first off, got the controller. So the controller was £20 unboxed. This is not the official Sega Fishing controller. This is by Fishing. So yeah, it's an unofficial third-party one, but to be honest, as long as it works, I do not care about that. And yeah, I love the sound it makes. Sounds like a proper fishing rod. But yeah, so it's just a really basic design. You obviously plug that in where your controller would be. This isn't a button, it's just for comfort, I guess. And then you've got a little sensor at the top, and you've got the proper buttons there. So as you would on the Dreamcast, it just doesn't have a D-pad. That's the only difference. But yeah, I'm really excited to try this out. I actually got to play Bass Fishing in the Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. It had an arcade version of it in there, but it just isn't the same, is it? So really, really excited to finally try this out. As for the actual quality, I'll show you this now. As you can see, really good condition. Sometimes I find they can look a bit sun bleached, but this one isn't at all. The case is really nice condition. There's no scratches. You can see on the back there. Got the disc. And then we have the wonderful manuals. I always love it when you get these kind of old advertisements. I always think they're really extra and they really don't need to be. And see all the games that came out at the time. This was not a good game. I did not enjoy this one. But yeah, and then you've got a little bit about the fishing controller there. And then you've got the manual, which is not chunky at all, but I'm guessing it's because it's a fairly basic game. But yeah. So yeah, it's a fully complete version, and yeah, really happy with the quality and everything. And for £10, really can't complain. Obviously, you do need to buy the controller, otherwise you cannot play this game. But with the controller, in total, it's only £30. So to be honest, for a Dreamcast game, that's really not bad at all. So yeah, let's go and have a play of it. So it's finally time to start playing on Sega Bass Fishing. So given the controller a bit of a whirl, it's very easy to learn. I didn't even bother looking at the instructions, and I found it really easy. Basically, you just use the reel to reel things in. It's got a motion sensor, so you go from left to right to stop your reel from snapping. And yeah, you press the various buttons to select, and you have the analog stick as well. But yeah, it's really, really easy to use. Didn't take me long to figure it out at all. Like I said, it's very easy. In terms of gameplay itself, I'm still getting used to the game, and I think I need to do a little bit more reading into it about some tactics to use. But essentially, you are picking your spot and you're throwing the bait in. You're picking your bait depending on the time of day, the spot that you're fishing in, and you try and lure the fish in. It's really as simple as that. It's a very arcadey mechanic. This obviously was also an arcade machine too. It's a pretty basic gameplay, but I feel like there's a lot of depth there if you really want to get into it and you want to get better scores. And yeah, I really enjoyed it so far. It takes a little bit of getting used to, and I think at first it's frustrating because you're trying to figure out why the fish aren't really attracted to your bait. And then also you have different times of days and different spots, so the fish don't always spawn. Like I said, I think that's part of the gameplay. It's very similar to real life fishing, I guess. So that's a really fun part of the game. The main draw of this game is having the actual physical controller. You cannot play it without this controller. I do think it's really fun. It's nice to have a controller that mimics the actual action that you're doing in the game, and that's something that I think is the best part of this game. This kind of fun, gimmicky gameplay is something that you really just don't see in the current generation of gaming, and that's why I feel that it's really important to keep retro gaming alive, because we can go back and look at the simplicity of it and how much fun we used to have with it. Yeah, I just think this is so much fun. It's really made me want to go and get the light gun for the Dreamcast now, so I'll definitely be doing that, and hopefully a video on that in the future too. That concludes the video. I actually forgot to film an outro for this, so here is me struggling to reel in a fish. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave your comments down below of game shops that you think I should visit, and I'll hopefully get round to doing a video on them soon. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on social media. And again, thank you so much for watching.